What's going on, world? It's your boy David Deandre in full effect. Trying to enjoy this day. Somewhat, well, not really sunny at all. But I came to talk to you guys specifically about, the crisis that's going on in the world, also known as the coronavirus, supposedly. Now, I don't know if you guys knew, but that virus is man-made. It started in China, in a Wu laboratory, some part of China. I'm not really too sure where exactly that is. And the virus, there's actually a Japanese movie that talked about the virus specifically in 2018. Do not know the Japanese movie off the bat, but Papa Doug, if you know who that is, follow him on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. He was showing the movie and they talked about the SARS virus. There's different strands of the SARS virus. And from what I'm reading, it's like an advanced version of pneumonia, basically like flu-like symptoms. But the meat of this conversation is specifically how that there's supposed to be a mandatory vaccine within, of course, 8 to 12 months it takes to make one. It means everybody in the United States got to get one, whether you got to go back to school or your job. And from what I've been reading, they said there's going to be a mandatory chip inside of the actual vaccine, which is the mark of the beast, known as the number 6. Well, you get the rest. I'm not going to say it. And I really feel like the end times are coming because it's just, look at all the drama, man. You got little kids getting raped and shot up and killed with no remorse. You got women cheating out on their husbands and think that's normal. You got gay marriage. You got transsexuals walking the street. That shit is not normal and it's not cool. I don't condone that. You can live your life the way you want to live it, but life is just fucked up. It's real cold, And a lot of people need to look up Event 21, MK Ultra, Agenda 21. And if you're not familiar with those, I urge you to look up the Rothschilds, Bilderbergs, Rockefellers. Get your history on those, people, because the people that want to say there's no such thing as elites, they full of shit. The elites, the Illuminati, New World Order, that is all real. There's no such thing as that. It's very real. It's as real as me speaking to you through this phone right now, on this iPhone. There's nothing fake about this, man. So I tell people all the time, be as real as you can and be as authentic and genuine as you can, because everything doesn't go unnoticed in the book of life, man. And if you're not saved, it's time you to repent. I'm telling you, Jesus is coming back. God is real. And I'm not just saying that because of all this stuff. I've been saying that, off and on for a few years. Some people just don't want to hear that religion, man. I'm not going to force religion down your throat, but I'm spiritual. God is real, man. God is as real as the trees I'm looking at, as the air I'm breathing, the creations, man, the water. You can't tell me God ain't real. You can't tell me that, man. Just get your soul right with God. And if you can, man, I urge you, and I please, just listen. I urge you to pick up a book, or if you got your iPhone or your Kindle, read the books online. You can download the books. I urge you to get as knowledgeable as you can, because there's nothing more powerful than a mind that's knowledgeable than an ignorant person. Because one thing I always used to say since I was 18, there's nothing more powerful than a young, educated black male. You know what I'm saying? Because we live in an America KKK. And this is specifically for my black people. What we need for us, we need our own banks. We need our own schools. We need our own land. We need our own money. We need our own everything. We need to finance our own. We got enough billionaires as black people and enough billionaires spiritually with the knowledge to create some type of land for us, and it starts from here. Because if you don't have the heart to do what you need to do to survive as a young black male or as a young black woman, even if you're not young, you're older, then we don't have no type of recollection or to think back of what we could have done different in the past or what we could do different for the future. And this is just me speaking off the dome. So always be sure to be strong with your knowledge. Always be strong with your faith. Always be strong with everything that you teach. Always be genuine with your people. Always be just motivated for life. If you're not motivated for life, how can you motivate somebody that's next to you or speaking to you via FaceTime or whatever the situation is? So the three main things for this video is always be knowledgeable, never ignorant. Always be motivated, never just lacking and just procrastinate. And number 3, which is most important, always, and I mean always, be genuine with yourself and others. But to go back to what I was speaking about earlier, there's definitely a war between good and evil. There's possibly going to be a World War III. Trump is just out of his ass and shit. And from looking at The Simpsons, I'm not even shocked, because a lot of the stuff that's predicted on The Simpsons, that's not just a cartoon or something that's fiction. Usually when people put type of certain events that's really strong and powerful, they usually do it in movies, and they usually do it in cartoons or even in plays, because the media is the most slickest, most dirtiest genre you can think of. They put the hints and they put the events in your face. It's up to you to pick up them clues, and it's up to you to decipher those clues to really understand and peep game. But you don't want to understand, you want to overstand, because if you understand something, you're under it. Versus if you're over it, it's like a helicopter with an area view. You over everything, you looking down on people. You know what I mean? So you never want to understand anything, you want to overstand. Now peep game on that, man. But man, I've been thinking about, honestly, off and on since I was 18 years old. Since I graduated high school, moving out the country, man, I always wanted to I didn't know where I want to move to specifically, whether it be, you know, Africa, whether it be Switzerland, or maybe Canada. I always thought of, like, if I go somewhere neutral, it'd be Switzerland. If I wanted to just go to the motherland, it'd be Africa. But even then, it's just, no matter where you escape, you can't escape the evilness and you can't escape the wickedness from this world. And a lot of people got to realize, man, that in order for us to make this place a happy home, we got to start as us as a community. And that's why I love the song My Block by Tupac, the OG version. He said, we used to be a close-knit community, but now we're all cold strangers. That's the most realest line I ever heard in my life. Pac always says some real stuff, but I love that. We used to be a close-knit community, but now we're all cold strangers. Nobody gives each other a helping hand anymore. Nobody gives each other hugs. Hugs meaning helping us grow spiritually. I actually got a song called Hugs, made it a while back. You know, you got to peep the game, man. Because if you don't peep the game, you're just losing out on life. It's your boy David Deandre, and I'm out.